First, we head to Cherry Creek State Park in Aurora, Colorado for one day of continuous competition, an event known as Newton 24 Hours of Triathlon, the only team relay and solo triathlon in the world where athletes compete to cover as many laps in a 24-hour period of time.
The point of the race is to complete as many short laps as possible, and I'm expecting teams will do something like up to 20 completed triathlons.
That's what burns at the core of the people you're about to meet. This is the Jeep world of adventure sports.
Cherry Creek State Park in Aurora, Colorado is the site for the second running of the Newton 24 Hours of Triathlon. 240 athletes of all shapes, sizes, and ability, ready to compete as teams and as individuals over the course of either 8 or 24 hours.
I'm a big fan of briefings. My name's Ian Adamson. I'm the race director, producer, and the guy you can blame when you really suffer later on.
Ian Adamson knows a bit about suffering. He is known as the most successful adventure racer of all time. He is also the creator of this race. At 8 o'clock in the morning, the athletes leave the starting line for a quick half-mile swim.
It's a unique event in that it's fixed time. Most events are fixed distance. And here, athletes have to complete as many sprint triathlons as they can within that 24-hour period. The sprint triathlon is a half-mile swim, and in this case, a 9.5-mile bike and a 2.8-mile run. The point of the race is to complete as many short laps as possible, and I'm expecting teams will do something like up to 20 completed triathlons.
Meet Gunnery Sergeant Spanky Gibson, member of Team Semper Fi. He lost his leg in Operation Iraqi Freedom.
2006, I was on a foot patrol. I lead a 4-man specialized team attached to the Iraqi army, and we got in a firefight in the middle of the city of Ramadi, which is the second largest city in Iraq. And during the firefight, one individual was injured. We drug them into a courtyard. At that time, I was standing in the middle of the road. I was setting up with 3 other team members, 2 SEALs and another one of my guys, and basically just, putting up a wall of lead to keep the snipers and the machine gun position down. And in the process, I got shot through the left kneecap, resulting in my left leg being amputated just above the knee. It's a strange place when you're a gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps and you've been doing those kind of jobs for years. That's not my first battle. One, it's a curious position to be in when you're down, and now you have to have your young Marines look out for you. It's not comfortable. Unfortunate responsibility of the job. But I will not look back and ever regret that it ever happened, because I've helped a lot of Marines in this team. I've helped a lot of Marines that are new patients, helped a lot of people when I was in the hospital doing peer visitations. And I've got to meet a lot of unbelievable people like Ian Adamson. I mean, I never would have had any interaction with these kind of adventure racers, triathletes, endurance racers if I've never been injured. So I wouldn't take any of it back. It's opened up a whole different lifestyle for me.
I never thought I could do triathlons before. Then after I got injured, I was told I wasn't never gonna be able to run or do a lot of things with my legs. And now I'm doing triathlons, and some of the things that I never thought I could do, I'm doing them now. And I challenge my body a lot more. And having Marines next to me, pushing me along the way, it makes it all worthwhile and more fun.
As Spanky makes his way back to shore, Sergeant Joe Gonzalez waits to start the 9.5-mile bike ride. Among the early leaders of the race, Karen Meliar Smith. She is a member of Team Go Fast, the returning champions from last year. Her new teammate, Steve Waite, is in the transition zone ready to start the bike. As Spanky reaches the shore, Staff Sergeant and Team Captain John Stepanowski is there to lend a hand.
I can't really put words to it. I've been inspired every time I go out with them. You know, it's another day, another inspiration, something to look forward to for the next event going forward. I'm constantly amazed at how well, from the beginning to now, you can watch them just progressively getting more familiar with themselves.
Spanky tags Sergeant Joe Gonzalez, the youngest member of Team Semper Fi, at 24 years old. Gonzalez spent a year in Iraq shortly after signing up for the Corps.
That was a hard time, you know, of course, being away from your family. I just had a newborn son. So, you know, thinking, you know, these thoughts come to your head, you know, am I ever going to make it home? And for me, it was, am I going to make it home? It wasn't like you go over there and, you know, I wonder what's going to happen, but stuff that was happening, you know, you want to go home. You can't wait. You're just thinking of what are you going to do first when you get home? You know, I know what I was going to do first. You know, I was going to hold my son, of course.
The key when it comes to an 8 or 24-hour race is strategy. Starting off too fast could result in an early exit. Joe McDaniel out of Colorado Springs is not going to let that happen. He's a professional triathlete. Steve Waite, the newest member of Team Go Fast, will also be competing in the Ironman Triathlon in Hawaii. "52 minutes into the race, Joe Gonzalez finishes his bike leg and tags Sergeant John Stepanowski, who starts the 2.8-mile run for Team Semper Fi. Tax attorney, rider, ultra marathoner, and Team Go Fast captain Adam Chase.
Last year we had a strategy where we had specialists, and like all I did was run, all our cyclists did was ride, and then Karen did a little bit of both at night, but otherwise all she did was swim. And this year the course really helps for having 3 triathletes. So our strategy will be to start out with 3 full triathlons just to kind of shake it out a little bit, and then we're going to go into swim mode for about probably 4 hours or so, and then we'll switch to bike mode probably into the dark, and then throughout the night we'll run from probably like 11 at night till 5 in the morning, and then 6 in the morning maybe, and then we'll just switch and clean it up after that.
Team Go Fast, 1 triathlon complete, many more to go. When we return, more from the Newton 24 Hours of Triathlon.